Before we get started with this lesson, I just wanted to let you know Scott Williamson is in this video with me. He is a Nashville studio legend. I had him in here to talk to my members and to just go over some things. And then we had a question come in about shuffles. I thought this would be a great one to share with you all. Scott flies under the radar, but I'm telling you, he is recorded with everyone under the sun, so you should listen to the guy. He's just a wealth of information. As well, there's a new podcast, so you should go check that out. You can find that link below. You can find it on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify, and you should go check out 5 drum fills that work. I'll link that one below too if you're looking for a video that'll give you some drum fills that'll work in a variety of situations. So without further ado, here is my good friend, Scott Williamson. Hey guys, I think it's great opening up discussion for us drummers out there. My question is, can you expand on the different types of shuffles? Chicago shuffles, Kansas City shuffles, Texas shuffle. We were talking about these earlier. So I don't think anybody can go through every shuffle. There's tons of them. And depending on the region you live in, a shuffle in New Orleans is way different than a shuffle in Kansas City, is way different than a shuffle in Texas, and knowing, you know, it's kind of like a train beat. Sounds very much like a Cajun beat, but it's different. It can, yeah. You know, and so maybe you can talk and demonstrate about some, or your concept of those grooves. Maybe that's the best way to do it.
Well, any shuffle is essentially going to swing a little bit, you know. There's your shuffle, because straight eights. It's just your basic straight eighth. Put more space between each beat, you got to shuffle. It's really quite simple. PURDIE shuffle, obviously. Well, I won't dishonor Bernard Purdie by calling that a PURDIE shuffle. It's inspired by Mr. Purdie. I guess Texas swing would be something, I want to say it's 4 on the floor. You've got your rockabilly shuffle. And then, now, I've been getting in arguments about this. I grew up learning the Kansas City shuffle.
So that's a Kansas City shuffle? No.
Some people call that something else and get mad at me for calling it Kansas City.
What do they call it?
I don't want to say because I'm afraid I'm going to say something stupid. Have you heard it called anything else? Because
No. I mean, to me, the term we were talking earlier, Chicago shuffle and Kansas City shuffle always remind.
Careful.
They always remind me of a similar sound. Yeah. More of a loose, not as strict shuffle. If I don't know, in my mind.
The way I learned it is that everything's moving up here, and sometimes a kick drum too. And you can make it feel. That's pretty exact, but you can start to loosen it up where. That's kind of almost in the crack somewhere.
Got a little grease on it.
And then you can amalgamate all of them to kind of go together too. But I mean, I don't know if this is answering your question, but those are the shuffles I know.
And sometimes one artist will have, you know, the Kansas City shuffle is from the song To Me. That's the Kansas City shuffle. We go to Kansas. That's the Kansas City shuffle to me. And so Sweet Home Chicago, to me, that's a Chicago style shuffle. So sometimes to me, it's even very specific with an artist.
Quarter flash, Hard in My Heart.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was it's a shuffle.
It's a shuffle. Come on, we're in the same. Good question, man. Let's see here.